Rules of golf. Contentious topic. Well, we're going to talk about two of what I think are quite possibly, Ems, the worst rules in golf. In fact, what are yours?
Well, my worst one is the fact that if you lose your ball, you've got to go back to your previous shot.
Yeah.
So
You experienced that in my first tournament.
yeah, it's just bollocks because everyone hates slow play. You know, you might have, let's say on this hole, for example, you hit it out of bounds.
Why are you putting that into the ether? Why are you putting
Put
that
it in the
into
universe.
ether?
But it's just, what's the point? Why can't you just drop your ball and then you'd have a penalty shot?
Yeah, in my opinion.
That's better.
Let's use this as an example, right? I hit it off the tee and I hit it in here. Let's say all this here is out of bounds. I got to go back to the tee. Why can't I just drop it 2 club lengths from here for the same penalty?
I also think, do you know what? When you know that you've hit it out of bounds and you've got your penalty, there's a hell of a lot more pressure. So the likelihood is, let's be honest, you might hit another shit one, another shank. Don't you think?
I experienced that, didn't I? Like, I think I had 3 out of bounds, and it's in your head, innit? It looks narrower. But
then you get in, oh my God, I'm holding up play, there's a group behind me.
This is where people say to us, Ems,
Yeah.
you should always hit a provisional. That's what they'll say.
Well, it's a
good point, but I still think it slows down play. Right, let me get to the tee and we'll talk through this here. There's not just one rule.
Yeah, I want to know what yours is.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this away and I'll tell you.
Oh, the suspense.
The suspense.
But what's he gonna say?
But going back to yours, right? I need a golf ball. That would help, wouldn't it? Yeah. Worst rule in golf. You've got to have a golf ball. Yeah, but going back to yours, I totally see it as a way of speeding up play, like dramatically speeding up play. And if you think we're talking a lot of rubbish here, or you agree with us, let us know down below in the comments. Because I did remember reading something, and again, if we're wrong with this, correct us, please. Like, I did read somewhere on the potentially maybe the bringing that rule in where you can go and drop it where you saw it in friendly golf. Maybe, I don't know. This is interesting. I'm going to go straight down here over this tee box. A little grip down, tickly driver.
Tickly? Not heard that one before.
You have now. It's called one of them.
Wow.
It's called one of them.
That is bloody lovely.
It's what other people might call a fairway finder. So yeah, I think that's a really good way of speeding up play, taking less pressure.
Especially like as more people are getting into golf.
Oh, what about you can either go back and have a 1-shot penalty,
right,
or you can have a 2-shot penalty and take it from.
It's just complicating things now.
Yeah, true.
What would you take? No, because then people would be like, people just assume that they could hit it better the second time, which always happens. I know it doesn't though, does it?
Not always. Sometimes the provisional's good, but anyway. I think going back to this whole thing of worst rules, I do think that having to go back to the tee is a terrible one. Yes, I know you should hit. I know you should hit a provisional, but we don't always do that, do we? No. We don't always hit that provisional. We don't always.
Sometimes I mean, like if it's like a dog left or dog right, you don't know. You might assume that it's fine. Like when you were playing in your event, you kept thinking that
I was all right.
Yeah.
Whereas I wasn't. I was in the ship.
Yeah, but it looked fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, shall I go back again now? I don't know, it just seems like a load of faff. And I was saying before, there's so many new people getting into golf who might be a higher handicap, why not just make it simple for them? Why make it more difficult? There's your drop, crack on, off you pop, and have a great round.
Couldn't agree more.
So yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Right, so how many yards are we now?
God, I should have gone for a full driver. This is narrow here. By the way, look at the properties they're building here. This is just so nice. The car Ems is saying 186 middle, 176 front, 206 back, 215 flag. I must be getting the trees actually.
Got a bit windy, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. That's meters. That's why I was panicking then. That's meters, not yards. We're working yards. So 212 flag.
What are you thinking then?
I'm thinking it's got to be 4-iron, you know. This is a tough hole.
So go on, tell us what you think.
Mine, and honestly, this grinds my gears so much. Let's set the scene. You hit a lovely drive.
Like you have just done.
You've smoked one, you've done everything you want.
Like you.
You're going down the fairway,
Here we are.
nicely, and you end up in a sodding divot that someone's not repaired. Or someone has repaired it, and a bloody blackbird has picked it out to get the worms underneath it. I think, right now, you have to play it as it lies. That is just tough. You have to
What
play
do you mean, because of the season?
No. If you end up in a divot, you
Oh, you mean the current... Yeah, the current
rules.
rules. Sorry, I thought you meant because of the season.
No. Like, I mean, well, in winter golf, you can do placing, so you are right with that. But let's say tournament golf, you end up in a divot, you have to play it as it lies.
Right.
I'm like, why not just be able to take a scorecard width,
Yeah.
or equally mark it and in a club head away, a club length away, drop it. So you're not placing it, you're not getting a benefit,
No.
you're just not being harmed for hitting the bloody middle of the fairway. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no divots here, so my point is really,
It's like carpet.
yeah, it's like carpet. Right, do you think I'm going to hit the green here now?
Of course I do.
The fact that you took milliseconds to answer
No,
that
I didn't know whether
question-
to rip into you or to be complimentary.
That's nice, that. I really appreciate it. I know what you really wanted to do, but you were just worried about doing it, weren't you? Rip into me. Right, okay, I'm going to prove you wrong here.
Come on. Pure it. What did you say you're hitting again?
4-iron.
All right. There he is. Ooh.
You're right, I missed it left.
Is that out of bounds?
No, it's just pin high left.
Do you have to go to your previous shot?
Well, this is the point. I'm going to have to hit another one now. So I get my ball. It's like we almost orchestrated that. I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't have to hit another one. So now I have to drop it and play a shot again. Oh dear, go!
Yeah.
On the green? Just off the back.
Perfect.
I think I might have too much club there. It's a bit more downwind than I thought. But yeah, that is a great example there. I had to play two, which takes more time, whereas I could just drive up there, see where it went in, agree with your playing partners.
Yeah, but then actually,
where it
when
did go in.
I know, but then I'm thinking now that if you think there's like, do you not think like there's less? What's the word I'm thinking of?
Jeopardy.
Yes, like there's less jeopardy because you're like, well, actually, if I don't hit it that great, then it doesn't really matter.
Well, yeah, that's a great point.
So I don't know if I'm on board with that.
But it's your rule that you wanted to change.
No, I know. Yes, that's what I mean. I don't know if I'm changing my mind now. What do you think?
I mean, in the aim of getting more people into golf and more people just simplifying the rules down and everything, I think they should be changed.
You do think it should be changed?
Yeah, I just think it makes it more friendly, right? We just want people to play golf.
I know, but do you know what? It was just that example there. It's like, the jeopardy. I don't think you're going to find this. Sorry to
No. Well,
break your heart.
Can't still can find another one. That proves the point. My first one's out of bounds and I have to play my provisional to hit. I don't know, I could argue it either way. And let everybody in the comments, let us know which way you would argue that. Oh, I played a worldie.
No.
Get in. Oh. These are quick. You know, I saw on the board, these are running today at 10.8 on the stimp. And that's in the afternoon. We're playing at 2:40 in the afternoon, so they've had well, you wouldn't know it, but they've had a day's worth of golf on them. And we're lucky enough, I'm putting my wedge, by the
I
way.
was just going to say, what the hell are you doing?
It's actually, I know this isn't the tips channel, in order just to practice that feeling of rolling. Oh, it's a good way of thinking about your putter. Get your grip pressure light, little belly wedge. Perfect actually off the edge of these greens. We're digressing. But let us know, there are 2 rules, well, 1.5 rules that we think should be changed and the worst rules in golf. I'm going to put mine above yours, 100%.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you on that.
Yours I'm 50-50 on, so it's
Yeah.
1.5. So let's change the title. The 1.5 rules in golf that we would change. But let us know what you think with yours.